How's it going, everybody? This is Petey from SupplementReviews.com coming at you today with a video review from Bear Performance Nutrition called Intra Flight. With an emerging market these days with a lot of intra-workout products geared toward enhancing recovery, there's also been a shift that I've seen as of late, including a pump product within an intra-workout. And this is another interesting take on it. It's one of actually the first ones I saw, and one of the first ones I got to try that included an added product to it. So regardless, let's take a look at the front of the container here. Well, once again, the name of the product is Intra Flight, and it promises to have a BCAA complex, an extended pump, recovery, and muscular endurance. It promises 30 true servings. All right, and this is the lemonade flavor, manufactured in a GMP certified facility. Good stuff. All right. So first off, the taste and mixability here. It says lemonade flavor. And I guess when you mix it up, I'm not sure if I'd really call it lemonade. It isn't a bad flavor by any means, but it's kind of a hard flavor to put your finger on. It's definitely lemon, but it has somewhat of a different taste to it. It's something that I actually enjoyed drinking, but I don't know how exactly I'd classify it, as odd as that sounds. I mean, it's more of a lemon candy, I'd say, rather than a lemonade flavor. But regardless, it wasn't anything that you're going to dread drinking, and it mixes perfectly fine. One thing that I did think was a little bit over the top is that the flavoring, the flavoring with the coloring system to it. It is yellow, let's put it that way. They use a natural flavoring in here. They use beta-carotene, so it's not loaded with dye, which is nice, but at the same time this stuff is very, very yellow. So you might be a little shocked when you first mix it up. But regardless, for taste and mixability, it scores perfectly fine, and I know I have no complaints here, but it's a very, very average flavor. It's going to get an 8.5 out of 10 here. It's not the best flavor I've ever had, but at the same time, you're not going to enjoy drinking it, so you'll be all right there. All right, let's move on to the most important part of this product. Is what I find interesting is the supplement facts. Per 2 scoops, you get 16 grams, and there's 30 per container. There's 5 calories. Everything else is pretty much nil. There's no sugar. There's no fiber, which is awesome. Very low sodium, so they didn't go with the electrolyte, direction here, which is okay. Vitamin B6, actually not overdosed in here. It's at 100% at 2 milligrams. And then, of course, most importantly, the bells and whistles of this whole blend, leucine, taurine, citrulline malate, isoleucine, valine, L-carnitine L-tartrate, and my favorite inclusion in this one, and I've seen it a lot more in intra-workout these days, is agmatine sulfate. Alright, so the leucine per 2 scoops comes in at 4 grams. The taurine at 3 grams, citrulline malate at 3 grams, isoleucine at 2, and valine at 2. Which means that you are going to have a 2-to-1 ratio for the 3 BCAAs here. Okay, I like the inclusion of the L-carnitine L-tartrate for recovery and for muscle endurance as well. And also the agmatine sulfate is actually at pretty much the average, inclusion rate here of 500 milligrams per 2 scoops. One thing that I definitely like about this is the inclusion of the agmatine. I'm a huge fan of agmatine these days. I feel that all the best pre-workouts out there right now have agmatine in them, aside from some of the nitrate products, which is awesome. So I was pretty pumped and intrigued when I first started seeing these in intra-workout products. So it's a direction that I like, and I'm definitely enjoyed it in this product. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that it is in a lot of pre-workouts, and if it's starting to come in your intra-workouts too, make sure you aren't getting too much agmatine, because pumps can get painful. As dumb as that sounds, if a high volume workout, it might be actually workout hindering to have too much of a pump. But regardless, I really like the ingredient profile here. I feel everything in here is in a good amount. Although per 2 scoops, it may be at a relatively low amount of aminos, at only 4 grams of leucine, 2 of the isoleucine, 2 of the valine, so you only got 8 grams here total. Give or take. It depends. Some people have a minimum of 10. I've seen some people say way higher than that. For this, I feel it's a good balance, and I really like the ingredient profile along with everything they put in here. So for the ingredient profile wise, I think it's very unique. I like what they did here. I feel everything in here is at a good ratio and in a good amount. So I'm happy with it. I'm giving it a 9.3 out of 10 for the ingredient profile. Moving on from there, for effectiveness. Recovery is on par with every other BCAA product I've had. I mean, it's pretty hard to mess up aminos in terms of having them not work. They're more of something you notice when you stop using them compared to when you are using them, honestly. However, with a product like this, that's not the case. When the first thing you're going to notice here with something like Intra Flight is with the inclusion of the agmatine, you're going to definitely have more of a pump. The vascularity is definitely a noticeable difference using this compared to not because of the agmatine sulfate. And also, I did notice a little bit more endurance. Agmatine increases blood flow, so I do like the idea and the approach of putting that in here. And, it's something that was pretty novel. I've seen it in a few other products, just to name a few. Machine Fuel's another one out there right now, a BCAA product with agmatine in it from MTS Nutrition. These guys have it. I know there's a couple other ones, I can't remember off the top of my head, that are starting to put agmatine in the intra-workout, and I like that direction. And honestly, I mean, sometimes I'm kind of sad. I'm like, oh man, I wish my intra-workout had some agmatine in it. I'm like, oh wait, I got that in my pre, so we're good to go. But I'm just a huge fan of agmatine because it's good stuff. Okay, so in terms of effectiveness, I really enjoy this stuff. I thought it, worked pretty dang well, especially from the pump and the vascularity standpoint, and recovery is on par. So overall, I give it a 9.4 out of 10. It's a good product. It does what it's supposed to, and it pretty much does exactly what it's promised, for an extended pump and muscular endurance. And, you're going to have increased recovery anytime you have increased blood flow, so a 9.4 out of 10. Overall, I thought this was a well thought out product. I think that, it's something that's going to be an emerging trend to have intra-workout products that have agmatine and other pump-enhancing products in them. Kind of a more all-in-one approach has just kind of been like the jack of all trades in terms of the supplement industry as of late. So don't be surprised if you see that a lot more in products these days. But overall for this one, like I like the idea of it. They have I think they only have one other product, Flight, which is a pre-workout. It's from a smaller company, but this stuff I feel was put together very well. So overall, it gets a very solid rating of a 9.3 out of 10. A very good product from a company that's on the rise, and I'm excited to see what else they come out with. So I like the novel approach right off the bat, guys. All right. So anyway, this has been Petey from SupplementReviews.com with my review for Intra Flight. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, follow on Instagram for all that good picture-taking stuff, and always, just keep a check-in on SR, because you never know what we're giving away. We have free giveaways every week, and you might win yourself some free supplements. All right, everybody, this has been Petey from SupplementReviews.com. Have a good day.